Hey up and welcome back to Football Manager, back with the Journeyman, back with Yeovil Town. We've continued our run in League 2. We've played a couple of games off camera. We're back now for the York game. We have a game against Northampton, but I don't know whether that's going to make it into the edit just because of the fact that we've also got transfer deadline day. So a lot of it's going to come down to how much we do in deadline day. So we left off at the 1-0 defeat to Northampton where Corey Callan was sent off and we conceded to Daniel Hastings. We then played Sutton in the EFL Cup. We were 2-1 down after 21 minutes after goals from Amari Miller and Rob Bradley. We actually started Slevin up front and dropped Cargbo, and that turned out to be a mistake because we came out in the second half and we got a penalty in the 89th minute. We'd put on some pressure in the second half. Carbo scored the penalty, and by that point we had gone route one and we were just punting it long, and we hoofed the ball. It got flicked on by Ronald Benjamin. Carbo ran through, took a touch, took a second touch, drilled it in. Took us to penalties where Farhan Ali Wahid missed his penalty and we went out of the EFL Cup. It was disappointing, but right now, as we do every season where it's the first season into a league, I was more focused on us just surviving this year. So going out the early rounds of the Cup doesn't bother me too much. We then played Exeter. Ronald Benjamin got sent off after 25 minutes for a horrendous challenge. Typical FM challenge. He just went and sliced him down. And the thing was, we were in control at that point. Like we were doing well. We had control of the ball. Robinson got us a goal after 43 minutes. Cargbo then, just after half-time, got us a second, put us 2-0 up. Emrah Omahodzic got us a goal back in the 66th. It was one of them games. We had opportunities. They had opportunities. It is what it is. We got the win. Our first win in League 2. We then played Accrington and Stanley, and we were poor. Josh Scott got a goal after 8 and 46 minutes, and a Grant Foster own goal. We were 2-0 down after the Foster own goal. O'Neill got a goal back just before half-time, and then the second half, they literally took kick-off, scored, and we just never really looked like we were going to get back into it. We then played Stevenage and went 1-0 down to a Jordan Roberts goal, a penalty from Cargbo, and a Fitzgerald free kick, and it was the coolest free kick. He whips this free kick in, and then he just turns around. Like, you expect, like, he's just scored what turned out to be the winning goal. You expect him to run to the fans. No, he just turned around and went. It was so cool. And we get the win. Patsy Slevin also picked up an injury here. There's been some transfer stuff we're going to talk about, so we're going to start here. We're going to start with, we've put in bids for 2 players. We'll come to them if they join. Sebastian Vassell, got to talk about him. So, coach said to me, he's out on loan. He's played 5 games for Woking. He's good enough to be a first-team player. Looking at them, yeah, he is good enough to be a first-team player. So I recalled him, and then we instantly had bids putting on him. So right now he's currently we've got bids from Cardiff. We negotiated with Cardiff. The whole bid is the bid that we've accepted, and we've told Cardiff to match it. So it'll be 150k up front, 125k in instalments, 22 grand after 10 league games, and 40% of a percentage of the next out, and we'll play a friendly against them. Transfer, is there any other one? Like Rob Dunn was gone. Oh, we bought in Darren Mulligan. He's come in. We got him from Coleraine. He's come in. We're looking at loaning him straight back out. He's definitely more of an attacking midfielder than he is a defensive midfielder. Not a bad player. We'll see how he does. Hopefully he gets some football out. We did have an offer come in from an Irish club, but they wanted him to be a fringe player. We don't loan players out to be fringe players. And we paid 45.5 grand for Iroa Burberry from Morecambe. So, he's 19. He's played 30 games over the last couple of years for Morecambe. Played 26 games last season. He's already played 4 games. He's not setting the world on fire. He's come in as a squad player. He's playing backup. He's fairly strong on his left foot, so he can actually play either side. I'm looking at him as someone that we're probably just going to make money on. But yeah, we've brought him in. We'll see how he does. Other than that, we've got a couple of transfers on the go, and it comes down to what happens on deadline day. So let's get into this game against York. Also, we have, if we go to, is it Club Info? Club Vision. We've got youth facilities being improved. They were poor, so we're getting them up to adequate. With the money that we made, you know, just look at transfer history for this season alone. We've made almost £1 million. We've paid 600k for our youth facilities to be increased. We've also brought in a new coach and a new scout. Let's get into this game against you. All right, so your lineup for the game is going to be Ashby Hammond, Ben, Keane. We spoke to Keane about his poor performances. He's been told if he doesn't improve, he's going to be out of the team. O'Connor, Foster, O'Neill, Haddo, Robinson, Fitzgerald, Beckham and Carbo. A bench of Rose, Barrett, Gian, Senga and Goya, Taraj, Callan and Cuthbertson. So I've not been impressed with Senga and Goya this season. I just feel like he's not made the step up. So that's why Haddo is in there. And what other... Oh, and we also had Joe Rose come to us. He was unhappy about his game time. And I said to him, well, look, Ashby Hammond's in good form. Like, what do you want me to do about that? And he was like, I feel like we can coexist. So I've said to him, all right, train well, earn your place. We'll give you opportunities and we'll go from there. So we managed to get away with that one. I don't know how we did that. All right, Robinson on the ball here. It's our first highlight. He's run the length of the pitch with it. Cargo. Oh, there was the ball out there to Beckham was on. Haddo does well. Fitzgerald. Good ball in behind for Beckham. He's got to get this across, and he does. And the referee has given a penalty. Called a winning hard on Cargo there. I think it's a soft penalty to be given, but Cargo, he's missed. Robinson, why don't you drill that back into Cargo? You could probably say that that's justice for the penalty, but we've not really turned up so far. All right, throw in here for York. Goes to McKenna. Back here to Thomas. Ball whipped in. That's a great finish. That is a lot of that is on Ben for losing his man there. If you look at it, Ben's marking Morrison there. And yeah, it's a well-worked goal, and it's probably a deserved goal. All right, throw in here with Ben. He's going to go here to Robinson, Ben to O'Neill, to Ben, to Robinson. Just wide. Whips into the back post to Keane. And this is exactly it. You've got Keane probably should get to that ball. And then there's a midfielder there that's just stood there looking at it. Like, look, we're letting them hit them kind of balls. Foster is so out of position here. It's going to be a tough season. We're just not putting in a performance. Ball here to Ben, to Robinson. Pulls it back across, and Rafferty Cuthbertson gets his first goal for the club. And it's a big moment for the young lad, but with the position we're in, it's disappointing that he's not been given the opportunity to celebrate it. Keeper should do a lot better, but it is what it is. And that is full time. It's a very, very poor defeat. Yeah, it's poor. Okay, so we're going to cut back here just for the Sebastian Vassal thing, right? I've got to show you this. So we agreed 150 rising to 300 for Vassal. Then Cardiff came in, we agreed 175 rising to 350. Then Norwich came in with 200 rising to 450. Blackpool have come in with a 500k offer, we raised it up to 500k with a 30% profit. And now we've got Southampton coming in with 550 and Watford coming in at 500. We're going to try and push it out a little bit. Can we get 725%? We can! Oh! Alright, so here's your lineup for the game against Northampton. If this makes it in, if we have a quiet deadline day, it's going to be Cargbo, Beckham, Fitzgerald, Callan, Singer and Goya, O'Neill, Sayers, O'Connor, Barrett, Ben, and Ashby Hammond. A bench of, no, it's not, Rose is going to start this game. The bench of Ashby Hammond, Burberry, Keane, Allinson, Benjamin, Al-Walid, and Cuthbertson. Okay, we get the first highlight here. 3 minutes in. Sayers with the ball. He's going to go here to Beckham, to Sayers. Good ball into the back post, and Cullen hits the bar. He's back in the team because Robinson's knackered. Right, and Cogbo has won the ball off the centre-back. Oh, what has he done there? He should have just gone for goal. Oh, Fitzgerald. Sayers to Beckham. To Sayers, whips the ball in. Cogbo gets up, and Cogbo puts us 1-0 up after 5 minutes. I don't know how I feel about it because it's listed as the paint trophy, but I know that in real life it's the Bristol Street Motors trophy. But it's a good ball by Sayers, and Cogbo gets up. I don't feel like we've had that a lot from Foster at left back, where he's got the ball there and whipped in a good ball. Like, oh yeah, they also have Harry Toffolo. He chose to join them. We had a really shit fucking pre-season in regards to transfers. We'd offer someone a transfer and they'd just choose someone else. Toffolo was one of them. He'd been on trial with us. We finally got agreed at like a negotiable contract, and as soon as we did, Northampton come and triggered it. But they're holding on to the ball quite nicely here. Barrett heads clear. Fitzgerald. His touch is heavy. Ball over the top. Barrett wins that. Cogbo can't hold on to the ball. Oh, and that's... us defensively, we're poor. There is a centre-back I'm looking at bringing in, and I think he could be a very good signing for us if we can get him on a respectable wage. But O'Connor has a problem with marking. All right, free kick here to Northampton, and it looks like, yeah, look, it's the Bristol Street Motors trophy. Mother Seal was offside. Mother Silly. Oh yeah, our group is Northampton, Dagenham, Redbridge, and Chelsea's under 21s. Not things you want to see. Free kick here. Toffolo, we've seen him whip a couple of free kicks in for us during pre-season. I'm going to push the tempo up a little bit because I feel like we've let them regain control. And we're going to more direct with passing. We're not holding on to the ball as much as we're probably used to. But I think some of that is our midfield partnership is tough. You lose a guy that was crucial for it, and we just haven't found a replacement for him. All right, free kick for Northampton. Burke on the ball here. Goes to Sykes. Over the top to Mother Seal. Oh, I thought he was about to give a penalty then. I was about to be like, that was one of the best tackles I've seen. O'Connor does really well. In here to Cogbo, to Senga and Goya. Back across to Cogbo, and Hamzy Cogbo makes it 2-1. It's good football. Good hold-up play by Cogbo here. And he links up well. I actually thought he should have gone to Beckham there. But good running by Senga and Goya, and a good, I say good ball. It's a ball across. I feel like he should probably do a bit better than that. Here to Crowd. To Hobson. To Sykes. Round the corner. O'Connor does well there. I've insulted him, and now he's like, okay. Oh, that's great by Cogbo. Through to Beckham. And he makes it free. And I think now we can get a couple of key players off. O'Neill definitely needs to come off. He's definitely run his race here. All right, Northampton with the ball here. Don't score now. Now that I'm like, all right, we're giving ourselves a bit of breathing room. O'Connor does really well. Ball out here to Gurr. Sykes to Gurr. Gurr. Whips the ball in. Rose comes and collects. He's had a very good game. Good way to get himself back into this team. All right, corner here with Fitzgerald. He's whipped it in to the back post. Barrett. Ooh, clips the bar. Second time we've hit the bar in this game. And that is for full time. We're in our first game in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. We got better as the game went on. I think once we pushed the tempo up a little bit, and I think that's something I have to kind of monitor a bit more, is we need to be able to push the tempo in games. Certain games it doesn't work for us to play slowly. But it's good performance. Well, let's get into deadline day. Okay, so The board have accepted an offer on my behalf of 450k up front, 475 in instalments, a 30% sell on, and 100k after 10 games. But we've got a load of offers. Stoke have come in, they're offering us 375k, 400k in instalment. Blackpool have offered us 800k up front. Right, let me add the percentage of profit. And then let's go instalments. Can we push that to, let's say, 300k? Yes. See, the board need to just let me deal with this. Because I am getting a lot more money than what the other clubs are offering. Offers made. Preston offered 2.3 million. And West Brom have offered us $1 million up front, $1 million in instalments. Oh my God, I will take that. Like, I've never had a bidding war like this. So if we now go to transfers, Watford. No! He took the whole one. The chairman took... The side offer was too good to refuse. How was it too good to refuse? We literally had like 2.5 million on the table. Oh, the chairman's a fucking idiot. And Fagan Walcott chose to go to Wimbledon. Okay, so we had an interview and we got asked if there was anything linking us with Federico Bianchi here. And so I clicked on him and I had no knowledge of him whatsoever. $9 grand, I went, do you know what? If he's a dud, it's $9 grand. He is not a dud. That's a very good player that we've just picked up. 18 years of age Italian. He doesn't have a work permit, so we're using one of our foreign players that don't need a work permit. But I feel like we might have just got ourselves a very good left midfielder. Because I don't feel like Beckham has been particularly good this season. Some loanees and stuff. It's been a relatively quiet, but we're sat on a lot of money going in. Like, if we look at Scam, we're sat on £1 million and 10 grand in wages. We did bring in someone on deadline day. Let me find. Jordan Brown came in. Looking at him as the fact that he can kind of play a whole bunch of roles. So we'll probably look at playing him there and him rotating with Senga and Goya. He came in asking for like $2 grand a week, so 1,300 I'm not unhappy about. But I think he's definitely someone that he's a good squad player for us to have. Good player to come in and he can play in a whole bunch of positions. But yeah, one of the things I am going to say is the fact that we didn't have the busiest of of transfer deadline days. But if we look at the regions to watch, there is some players on here that I'm definitely going to be looking at January maybe. Someone like Marcus Evans that I think could be that long-term holding midfielder for us. So if I can get him, if I can do deals cheap enough, and with us having £1 million in the bank for transfers, I feel like we can do some good, like we can work on some good deals. But someone like Marcus Evans I think could be good. This guy is just insanity, but we cannot afford that. Who were the other ones I wanted to look at? Oh yeah, this guy was another one we were looking at, and PSG went and signed him. Sung Jun wants to leave. Well, he did want to leave. I want Umbala so bad. I just don't know where he fits into our team. I've got a couple being scouted that are very cheap and affordable that we could definitely bring in, and I think we could get them on a cheap and make a deal, or make a profit on them. But that is going to be where we end the episode. I think we will come back for... So originally I was thinking we were going to come back for the Tranmere and Dagenham game, but the problem is that Dagenham game is a EFL trophy game. None of us are too fussed about it. We'll probably come back for the Chelsea one, just because it's Chelsea. So I think next episode will be Dagenham and Grimsby. And then the episode after that will be Chelsea and Carlisle. And then we will kind of come back probably for the... Do you know what? It'll probably be Morecambe and McDonald's, providing they don't. What's it? Morecambe, I have some sentimental value to. McDonald's, we all know I hate with a passion. Morecambe was one of the first ever YouTube series I did on FIFA, was with Morecambe FC. So we love Morecambe. But yeah, I think that's kind of where we'll come back in the next 3 episodes. And then after that, you're probably looking at Port Vale, Crawley, kind of deadline day there. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this episode, please make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. All the support does mean the world to me. Thank you very much. I've been Justin, and you have had just enough.